Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're drawing some hair. I drew the heads already and it definitely was on purpose. I definitely didn't forget to hit the record button. I would never do that. So yeah, let's just get right into this and start drawing, I guess. Yeah, we'll start out with something simple, just little chunks of hair right here. A couple here, and we'll give her long hair. Alright. I do have some references, but I'm not using them for the first one, because we want to see where we can get from the first one, and then we'll use them from then on. Except for there is the last one I'm not going to use it on either, because I did draw a hair, like, what was it, yesterday or a couple days ago? It was a couple days ago. I drew a hair, and I want to draw that again. We're going to do it with no references. Alright. Looking fine. Maybe we should give her some clothes just to make it look a little more complete, because just a floating head in space is kind of iffy. Try to just like give her a hoodie. I don't really know. Long hair. I was thinking like black hair too. It's just making me think of a hoodie. So we'll give her a hoodie. Her hair, if I drew her more atomically correct, could have been interacting with said hoodie. Do we want to give eyes or anything like that? I didn't think about if I wanted to do anything like that today. Maybe we'll, maybe we will, I don't really know. Right now, are we gonna, we are messing this up a little bit. Nothing a little bit of eraser can't fix. Alright. Actually, we don't want to give her, I don't actually know what that part is called, but the little dangly bit that you put on. I don't want to give her one. I want to flatten her hair out, actually, too. I feel like she should have some wild stray hairs, but I'm, like, really bad at drawing those. Granted, this is also a very thick pencil, which you should do that with a thin pencil, but whatever. I was gonna sharpen this pencil, and then I got distracted and carved a little piece into it instead. And then put the knife down and was like, oh yeah, I should get to recording. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. There's the hair. There's the hair with no references. And the lady, I don't know, she got a hoodie on. I don't know why I'm really still adding more to it, but there's the hoodie. There's the girl. Beautiful. Let's actually give her a little bit of a shirt, too. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. What hair next? I guess we can... how do I... there we go. Okay. There we go. Now the references are up. Now, which one do we want to draw? I don't know. There's like 6. I'm only going to use 4. There's also a reference for a mouth. I don't know exactly why that one's there, but it is. We're actually going to ditch the bigger pencil and use the smaller one because we're going to try some bullshit. We're just going to try doing some random shit. What do we want to do? I'm procrastinating, if you can't tell, because I just don't know what to do. Itch my nose. And I don't know. Immediately look away from the references and just kind of start going. I don't know. I feel like it's easier to not use references for hair at this point. Like, I don't know. Whenever I use the references, I feel like I get them all messed up and don't draw it like the actual reference. Right now, we're kind of just doing sporadic lines. We're trying to do messy hair, so... Well, this type of sketching out the hair usually works better with a fucking thinner pencil, but... I mean, thicker pencil, but I sat the thicker pencil down because I was thinking I was going to follow the reference. I am indeed not following the reference. So, probably should pick the thinner pencil back up, or thicker pencil back up, but we're not going to. We're just going to keep spamming shit. Alright. Boom, perfect. You see how perfect that is? Now we're going to erase it and turn it into something beautiful. Are we really? This one's quite more messy than I'd actually like it to be, but whatever. Let's see, hold on. I'll see if I can find an actual picture of what I was trying to do, because the sketchbook that I be doing this in is right here. There, right there, kind of. That's what I normally do, is something more like that. Granted, this was... oh no, that one was... whatever. That was drawn with a calligraphy pen. One of those things that they use for calligraphy and manga. I'm not very good at using that. I could use it now. This paper can hold up to it probably, as long as these are the same types of paper. I'm pretty sure they are. It could. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. If this drawing turns out good enough, we could do that. And if it doesn't, we could still do it. Because it really doesn't matter. It just depends on if I feel like doing that when we get to that point. Alright. One problem that I do run into a lot when doing this, just kind of like sporadic lines, not too much thought behind my lines, when drawing hair, is there's not much uniform between the two sides. So like, I typically like to cover one of the eyes, or have the head at a very large angle, or have the part angled farther to the side, because then I can get away with like no symmetry or anything like this. There's more symmetry because the parts in the middle, actually I kind of put it off to the side there, but it was supposed to be in the middle. And she's staring straight at us. I tried to keep the sides relatively even, but I didn't want them to be exactly the same because that's boring. I find it boring for them to be exactly the same. So, gotta change it up a bit. Alright. We should also probably give this lady like a hoodie or something too, but yeah, I don't feel like it, so I'm just not going to. Alright. She's gonna have messy ass fucking hair, cause I don't know, maybe she's like a messy hair person, who knows? Probably me. I should probably know, because I'm the one drawing her. Alright. There we go. You know, I should really try drawing another comic. I haven't done that in like so long. And at this point, I could like actually draw people for the comic and probably get consistently decent results. It just take a long time, and I'm not the best when coming up with stories, so that's kind of the main reason I haven't drawn any. Alright. I don't know, maybe I'll get the little one to come up with a story or something and I'll draw it. Even though we tried to make one together a long time ago, but then that was when I still didn't know how to draw, and we realized quickly neither of us knew how to draw people. So we ditched that, but we might do that again. Maybe we could do that again. I don't know. I'll talk to the little one about that. Who knows? That's not bad. It's not perfect or anything, but it's not bad. Alright, no eyes, because I don't feel like drawing any eyes, but we're still going to put the cross in the face, because, I don't know, I want to. How long did that take me? 9 minutes for both of these, so, I don't know. 4.5 minutes each, give or take. Probably spent more time on this one than the other one, but whatever. Okay, what now? We can draw with a pen, because this pen's right here. We're not going to do that, though. This is a sketchbook pen. It gets used in that sketchbook. That's not actually why I'm not going to use it. I just don't want to use a pen right now. We could definitely outline that with the thing, but that's gonna take too long. I don't want to do that right now. Maybe we should draw some guy hair. Yeah, let's draw some guy hair. Alright. This one, there we go. We'll try to draw this hair. This is a different angle than the reference is at. But I'm sure I can get away with drawing this dude's hair. It's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to think of like normal people hair in a stylized way still, which is why I feel like it's easier for me to just come up with something than actually follow a reference. It's because anytime I try to follow a reference, I'm like, well, how am I supposed to turn this into something like that? It doesn't add up. But I don't know. It's a skill issue, honestly. Just gotta get good. Alright, hold on. Let me lock in for a second. Alright. You know, if this were to like be looking like really awesome right now, that would have been like so cool. But honestly, I'm just kind of messing around. Kind of seeing if random things will work. I said I was going to lock in. I did indeed not. I was just started pressing random buttons. Alright. Where's his ears at? Like right there and here. Let's erase this and try to draw it again. It kind of just looks like he has damp hair, doesn't it? Just looks like I gave him damp hair. Alright. Let's... You know what? Fuck it. Change the hair completely, even though I'm already done with the sketch. Who gives a fuck, right? Not me. That's not what I meant to do at all. That's fine. Alright. There we go. Just doing random shit, kinda. Kinda just trying to make his hair look like less just wet. Because that's what it looks like right now. It's just kind of wet. And I didn't want that. I don't know. Maybe he could have been a surfer. That one drawing of Banana Man I did a while ago, that was like his actual face, kind of reminded me of a surfer. And I was thinking that while drawing it, I was like, kind of looks like a cool surfer. Also, I made him like way too cool looking, I feel like, on accident. I don't know. There we go. Banana Man's a cool character, I guess, but he's not really meant to be, like, personality-wise. He's kind of a wimp. Alright, the ends of the hair look like shit, 'cause I don't know what the fuck to do. Are we gonna fix it? No, we are not. We're gonna leave it be and just move on. Boom, beautiful. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, I feel like if I were to have erased it another time, and if I would have drawn it bigger in the first place, I could have made that really good. I kind of don't want to draw those right now. I want to draw like a little stupid drawing. Something stupid. Something like, what is it? I saw, let's do that. Maybe like, what are you doing? Let's take that mouth that I have, but only kind of, because that is a person mouth. Draw it like a little cartoon character, kind of. Alright. Get the teethers and the mouth bit in. And then we're going to go like this. And then we're going to go like this. Okay, hold on. Let me do this right. Let me do this right. Right. There we go. Look, it's a little pear. I was gonna draw a pear today. That's why I'm doing this. I was gonna draw a pear today, and then I was going to like have it have a reflection in water. But then when trying to figure out how to do that, I just no longer felt like doing it anymore because I couldn't really figure it out. Like, I assume it would have just been like water and then draw the exact same shape underneath, but slightly waterified. But like, I wanted to do it a little more detailed and have something cool looking, but then I just didn't feel like doing it after doing a little bit of like trying to look into what the hell I should have done. I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. So I didn't. No, here's our pear. We'll name him Teeth. Teeth. That's a good name. I was trying to think of literally any name besides the 4 presets of names that I already use every single fucking time. Dave, Daryl, Tyrone. Couldn't think of anything. So I put Teeth. Yep, there's Teeth. There is Teeth the pear. Teeth the apple. Teeth the apple. Trust me, he's an apple. Definitely not just his name. He's an apple. I should get back to drawing hair. That's the whole point of me doing this. But does it really matter? No. I'm doing this, doing whatever I want to do. None of this really matters in the long run of like what I'm actually going to draw. Because you know what I'm going to draw? Random shit. Go, spirals. We're going to draw the hair that I originally wanted to draw earlier, which is why I was like, oh yeah, I'll draw hair again, because I came up with hair the other day. It was very spirally hair, but it was kind of a very sketchy sketch, because I was kind of just sketching shit down on the sketchbook. So right now, we're going to try and get a little bit more of a complete version. I don't really know, it's kind of looking a little worse, but we're also doing an angle. I guess that one's kind of at an angle, but not really. But also, it's still just the very, very initial sketch, so can't really judge it yet. Alright. There we go. Now this hair is supposed to be for like a, I don't know, like a scientist person or something. I don't know, I didn't really come up with any backstory or something. I was just like, I don't know, this lady's a mess. She probably works as a scientist. Because I gave her spiral glasses too, and a worried expression. I'll show the original sketch in just a second. I want to get this down first. I'm like worried about putting way too many spirals in this. The other one I had spirals, lots of spirals, but it was like also just lots of hair too. Let me just put the hair in and we can add spirals when I feel like a spot needs a spiral or can fit a spiral. Not all of the spots need spirals. Come on. Alright. There we go. But I do kind of want all her hairs to end in spirals, even though what I just literally said contradicts that. I don't care. Okay, I drew this very, very close onto her skull. I gave it, like, no room to breathe at all. I literally painted it on top of her head. But, we're gonna pretend like I didn't do that. Okay. Now this is where the top of her head is, and where we add a spiral. Her little thingy is a spiral. Obviously. And she's got little spiral glasses that go like that. There we go. And they connect how? I don't know. That's not really important. The eyes are in the wrong place, but that's fine. I can fix them. We're gonna erase this. And then, oh yeah, I said I would show the drawing. Here's the initial one right here. That's what we're kind of trying to do. We're failing and succeeding at the same time. I'm not sure if we'll get it exactly like how we want, but pretty good. Oh, shit. I don't know. Was there another one on the other page? No. There's a spider on there. On the other page. A spider. What's that? It's a spider, but I only drew like part of the spider, so I just called it a spider. There's like it's got its body, one leg, and its head, with I think most of its eyes. How do glasses work? That's how glasses work. Okay. Okay, this is still wrong. The glasses. I should have done the little perspective lines, because I didn't, and now that's wrong. But that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Her hair would 100% go in front of her eyes. 100%. Alright, go like that. That's not really a spiral because I accidentally wedged it. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's going swimmingly. Trust me. Just don't look too hard, and everything's wonderful and splendid. Alright. Yeah, sure. No. Not doing that shit. No. Reminds me of one of them stone statues from the old peoples. The old people who made them statues. Alright. Is it the Romans? Probably. I don't know. We'll just say it was. Alright. I think it was Roman statues. Like the marble ones, they got like spirally, curly hair. I don't fucking know. It's probably not even just them. It's probably just a thing that people did on statues. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Good chow. Good chow. Looks decent, looking good, looking awesome sauce. Looking sweetums, awesome, sweet. Now what? I don't know. I could probably have more coils in her hair. She doesn't have any. That's why she could probably have more. But, I don't know how to draw this, so we're just not going to right now. Don't know how to draw it, so we just won't. Well, yeah, that's not bad. We're gonna completely change the position that her face was in, though, to fit her eyes. Because I'd rather that than her eyes not fitting. Alright, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's not terrible. It's messy, it's weird. I still like it. Cool. Awesome. If I make that like really good, that'll be like the first like no references hair that I made by myself. That's not true, but like, I mean, like, for a character. That's also not true, because I made that one. I made Banana Man's without a reference, because I really wanted to be able to say I made Banana Man completely on my own. So I was like, hey, I gotta use nothing for him. Yeah, sure. I don't like that mouth, so we're just not gonna give her a mouth. She doesn't get one. Well, I didn't actually come up with Banana Man all on my own, but I meant like his design. The pumpkin on his head came fully from me just choosing a reference that day that had a pumpkin on her head. She was wearing a pumpkin, and that's where it came from. And it was much easier to draw someone with a pumpkin on their head than actually drawing a person. So, how long is this? 26 minutes. Well, you don't get to hear any more stories. I'm gonna time-lapse the other two, and that is almost gone. My hand is sweating so much, and you can see the pencil lead on my hand. I'm gonna finish these and yeah. Alrighty, I finished. Yeah. That one was wiped away, so I decided to use the ink pen, the calligraphy pen, whatever, to try to make it better. I think I did a decent job, but I still don't really know how to hold this thing. Like, the ink would only come out like 50% of the time, so, you know, I still got some practice to do. But, overall, these are pretty good. That one's probably my favorite. That one's not bad. It's got a couple things that I should have erased more, but I'm lazy. I did forget to give him his neck back, though. There, he's got his neck. Yeah, that guy, I don't really know. I don't think that looks terrible. It's just kind of uneven, and I didn't know what I was doing. That one I don't like very much. But I already committed to doing the long hair, but I was, like, not liking it, so I kind of just decided, good enough. Yeah, that one still needs some work. I don't really know what I'm doing with that one. And there's an apple. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. Subscribe.